All right, guys, we're doing something a little bit different, but kind of the same today. I've got the HeyBike Ranger S right here, and I actually have an errand to run. So I'm gonna be utilizing this bike as if I would think an average consumer would use this to run to the store, drop a package off, or pick up some stuff and get around town. I'm in between rainstorms, so I'm hoping I can make it without any raining. I've got the cameras hooked up. I've got my little package right here that I need to take back to FedEx. And the Ranger S is fully charged. I think this thing is going to be a ton of fun to take on this errand. We're going to go through all my same tests, go over the details back here in the studio, and even do the hill climb test. So come along with me as we take the Ranger S on an actual real life adventure to drop off this package. Let's go. All right, guys, I like to do full disclosure on this channel whenever I'm reviewing a product. This product was sent to me from HeyBike, and they just asked me to do a full review on this bike and let you guys know what I think of it. So that's what we're gonna do, and let's get on with the review. All right, guys, let's hope that my package doesn't fly off the back of this bike. I just have it kind of strapped down with some straps. Should be fine, but only time will tell. So we're gonna put this on pedal assist 1, and we're gonna get going on this and see exactly how well this thing does. Got everything rolling here. Looks like pedal assist 1 does about 7 miles an hour. Pedal assist 2, nice and smooth. Nice work, HeyBike. We're doing about 12 miles an hour, 12.3. Pedal assist 3 is gonna get us up to about 15.5 is what I saw at the max. Pedal assist 4, we're cruising here, doing about 18.3. Now, I did not go in and change any settings in the menu on this bike as of right now. If there are any settings, I will definitely dive into the menu and show you guys how to change any of the settings. We're doing easy 27 miles an hour. I am getting slight ghost pedaling at 27 miles an hour. Nothing insane, just a slight ghost pedaling. Nice to know that I can get all the way up to 27 before I even kind of experience it. I really like these fat tires. I've been riding some, I would say normal size tire bikes here lately, and these fat tires, just so comfortable. And these alloy rims that are on this bike, man, they are definitely not going to go out of true anytime. They are going to stay solid. Now, this bike was fully charged whenever I left, but it looks like there may be some like power draw lag or something, because I'm showing 2 bars. Let's go ahead and stop pedaling. I am showing 3 bars now. Nope, 4 bars. It's going back up. So you may experience just a little bit of like battery discrepancy there. It is gloomy out today. I can see the display really well. This is a pretty common display. This is definitely a display that we've seen on a lot of other bikes, especially HeyBikes. Nice and simple. Helps keep the cost down on this bike. And that's one of the reasons why this bike is so inexpensive. And during this holiday season, you guys can find some really killer deals. Very smooth. Matter of fact, I think I should turn on my headlight. Maybe I know. Oh, there it is. There's actually a physical switch on this one. Forgot about that. HeyBike offers all the little switches. So now I have my headlight on just for safety. Oh yeah, from a stop, this thing has some juice, guys. Amazing. We'll get up here and we'll go in this neighborhood and we'll do a brake test just to see how well it brakes. I think we're going to do pretty good. I mean, hydraulic brakes these days work really well. This bike isn't all that heavy, and I think it'll do pretty good. Well, we're going 25. I'm just going to slam on the brakes at this fire hydrant right here. Oh yeah, stopped me really well. No issues there whatsoever. Not my traditional braking test, but I was going 25 miles an hour there, guys, and no complaints at all at how quick that stopped me. I don't know the exact distance, but The brakes feel really responsive. I've never heard of this brand. It's like a HeyBike? Different brand. There's always some different branding going on, but like most of the brakes that I review, even if they have a different name on them, they look like they came straight out of the Tektro factory, and they feel really good. The levers feel good, and these ergonomic grips feel great. Bike is very comfortable. Nice upright position that I'm sitting in. I love the fact that this whole thing folds. I am always of the mindset that in my bike collection, I want to have at least one folding bike, because there's been so many times where I needed to like drive to like Walmart to pick up a vehicle, or drive to the school to pick up one of my kids' vehicles, and they don't have a bike rack on the back. So a folding bike, I can just fold it up and put it in their car really easy. Now this is just like such a fun experiment. I love using these bikes for what they're intended to do. So unlike a normal review that I do, I usually have just a traditional route. Being that I needed to deliver this and being able to use this bike for what it's intended, to me, it's just a ton of fun. I love using these bikes to scout around town. All right, we're gonna get going here, try to keep up with traffic. Perfect. Turn my signal on, let people know I'm turning. Look at this. The fenders are gonna come in clutch here with this water on the ground. No worries whatsoever. I said I was going to FedEx. I don't know why I said that. I'm going to UPS. Package off of here. All right, easy peasy, Aaron ran. So just for fun, let's see what this throttle can do back here on this back alley. I'll be curious to see if it goes above 20 miles an hour. Fat tires are so smooth. Oh yeah, we're over that 20. We can go full throttle with it. Very nice. A throttle that can go all the way as fast as pedal assist 5 can go. It's very nice. And we're gonna time this just right, guys. We're gonna get through this intersection. So we've done the pedal assist test, we've done the braking test, we have done the throttle test. Let's do 0 to 20 on the pedal and go. And 20. All the way to 20 before I even made it through the intersection. That's what I'm talking about. That's a real world 0 to 20 test. Can you get to 20 before you make it through the intersection? Very nice. All right, let's just do the throttle 0 to 20 here. Full stop. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and smooth. Just 10, 15, and 20. Just keep going with the throttle, see what we can get it up to. Oh, cruising. 28.6, guys, on the throttle. 28.6. That is great. All right, let's head back to the studio now that we're almost done with our delivery adventure here. All right, so we've gone out on our adventure. We've done several things like the braking test. We've tested the 0 to 20 in both the throttle and the pedal assist, and we actually got the package delivered. Now let's take a look at the HeyBike Ranger S. This bike is gonna come in 2 different types. You're gonna get a 750 watt version for $999, or you're gonna get this 1000 watt version for $1,199. Now, if you have a lot of hills in your area, I would highly recommend stepping up to the 1000 watt version because you're gonna get a higher Newton meter rating. Not only that, you also get a higher peak power. The 1000 watt peaks out around 1800 watts, where the 750 peaks out around 1400 watts. So if you live in a flat area, I think the 750 would suit you just fine. Or if you live in a hilly area, but you don't do a lot of the hill climbing, you just stay in a more flat area, then that would also work with the 750 watt version. But for anybody else, I would recommend the 1000 watt version because for only $200 more, you're getting quite a bit higher peak power, but you're also getting a good amount of nominal power. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at all the features that you get. Yes, this bike is a folding bike, and we'll go over how this bike actually folds up, but I want to bring you in a little bit closer and show you some of the details. Now up front, you're going to get a couple of key features. First off, this hydraulic front suspension is going to smooth out the ride. You do have plastic fender here guarding the front wheel, so you won't have to worry about getting splashed on at all if you run through any puddles. And check out these awesome alloy wheels. Talk about a strong wheel. You're not going to have to worry about getting these wheels out of true if you run into any curbs or potholes or anything like that. But then also up front, you do get this traditional HeyBike headlight. These things are super cool. Not the brightest headlight in the world, but man, I like the styling on these headlights. It also has turn signals in the front, which is really, really nice. Taking a look back here on the down tube, you are going to get a removable battery. It isn't color matched, which I do wish HeyBike would actually color match their batteries to their frame, but I get it. They're trying to sell something at a discounted price, and that's one way to save a little bit of money. Now you do get this nice step-through design that's really easy to get onto, and I absolutely love step-through designs whenever it comes to commuting and just getting around town, because it doesn't matter whether I'm wearing shorts, jeans, or workout pants, I can get on and off this bike really easy. Now let's take a look at this sticker right here, because this sticker right here is extremely important. That is your UL certification sticker. Without that, your battery isn't guaranteed to be a safe battery. But with the UL certification, this battery is going to be safe to charge indoors or in your garage or in your office. So that will alleviate a lot of stress when buying an e-bike if you see that UL certification. Taking a look at the drivetrain, you do get a nice big chain ring, and then you do get a pretty generic rear derailleur back here, but still Shimano rear derailleur, and it seems to do a pretty good job. You do have your freewheel in the back here that's going to give you 7 speeds along with your other alloy wheel. Looking up top here, you are going to get this nice rack on the back. They're claiming that this rack can handle upwards of like 120 pounds, which is massive. So a lot of rear racks don't hold that much. They'll only hold about 50, but HeyBike is claiming that this one can actually hold a lot more. Then you have your nice HeyBike rear taillight in the back, along with your other plastic fender. Now let's take a look at removing this battery. There is a key on the other side over here. You'll just turn it. The battery will simply pop up like this, and then you can just easily lift it out. Batteries are relatively light. This battery is a 48 volt battery, and they're saying it's a 14.4 amp hour. And if you do the math on that, that comes out to about 691.2 watt hours. They're claiming with the 4 amp charger that this comes with, that you can expect it to be about 3 to 4 hours if this battery is fully dead to bring it to a full charge. Now, this does have an on-off switch, so take note whenever you get your bike. If this bike doesn't turn on right away, check this because it may be off. I like to see on-off switches on the batteries. You don't see that all that often. And you've got your terminals right down here, and then you have your charge port right over here, so you can charge this battery on and off the bike. You do have a battery indicator light right up here to be able to tell you kind of roughly whether or not you're a full charge, half charge, or empty. To put it back in, you just simply set it on the frame right here and then click it in. Having a battery that sits on the top of the tube is much easier to load than one that's underneath. All right, taking a look at the handlebars here, you do get these nice ergonomic grips. They're kind of a faux leather, and they are a dual lock-on grip, which is nice to see. You have this control panel over here, which will turn on and off the light, turn your turn signals on, and then also your horn. And then you have your control pad for your power on button, and then your plus and minus for your pedal assist levels, along with your light switch right over here. And then going down the handlebars, you do have an adjustable stem right here that you can raise or lower. Then you've got your screen, and then your 7-speed shifter, along with your throttle and your other ergonomic grip. All right, let's go ahead and show you guys how to fold this up really quick. It's super easy. The first thing I do is to start with my pedals. You push in, and then you pull up. That tilts your pedals up. You push in on the other one, and then you fold up. Now, when you first get them, they'll be a little bit kind of stiff. Whenever you do this a few times, they'll kind of loosen up a little bit. The next thing you're going to want to do is fold down your handlebars. There's just a little button on the far side over here. You'll pull up on it and then pull down. Your handlebars will swing down like this, and then they'll push up against your fork. And then on the back side over here, you have a similar handle. You'll just push on the little button and then pull on the lever. Now that you've got that actually done, the easiest way to do this is grab right underneath here and then push with your leg to kind of open this up and then allow it to fold back. You can let it sit down on the ground because there is a special foot for it to sit on and it will not damage the frame. And then you just kind of swing these together and now your bike is fully folded and you just do the exact same thing, but in reverse to unfold it. So the weight on the Feedback Sports Scale is 75 pounds, 11 ounces for the HeyBike Ranger S 1000 model. All right, so we know a little bit more about the HeyBike Ranger S 1000 watt model. Let's go ahead, let's do the hill test, and then we'll come back, check out the menu and also the display and go over my final thoughts. All right, guys, it's another day. It is super cold out. It's 33 degrees right now, but the sun is out, the rain is gone, and we're gonna give this hill climb a challenge. You guys know the rules. I'm gonna do throttle and pedal assist on this bike because this bike is a 1000-watt motor. It should be able to climb the hill, both throttle and pedal assist pretty efficiently, but we're gonna find out. So before I freeze out here, we're gonna get this climb started. I should have wore a better jacket, and there's a deer getting ready to cross the road. We're gonna see if that thing's gonna make it all the way across. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them, and looks like they stopped. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this going. You guys are gonna hear the audio from my pedal assist, and you'll see the throttle. When we get to the top, I'll display both times, whether it made it to the top or not. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1000-watt motor, this thing should be able to do it. A good time is under 1 minute. Actually, that's a really good time. And as long as it stays above 10 miles an hour, this bike's considered a good hill climber. Now, one downfall is my camera is set up right where my shifter is, so I'm hoping I don't have to shift much. We're cruising, guys. We're at 24 miles an hour right now, and we're at 15%. Here is the 19%, and we're at 22. Wow. Okay, 19, 18, 17, 16. This thing is powerful. I never saw it drop below 16, guys. Wow. Holy cow. It done. That was impressive. That was extremely impressive, guys. Wow. The 1000-watt motor can climb. This thing can climb. That was no joke. Wow, guys, let's pull over here. So this thing climbed faster up a hill than I think almost any other bike in its class. This thing was wicked quick up with pedal assist. But not only that, you know my 10 mile an hour minimum? This thing did 11.1 miles an hour minimum, according to the display, with throttle. So the fact that this actually went faster than my 10 mile an hour minimum, getting up this hill to be considered a good hill climber with throttle, and it smoked it with pedal assist, dang, this thing is super quick. I don't know what the times are, but I can't wait to see what the times are. So let's go ahead, let's head back to the studio. Let's go over the menu, the display, and then my final thoughts. The HeyBike Ranger so far is super impressive. Let's go. Okay, let's take a look at the display. Right up top here, you're gonna have your battery bar indicator. Then over here, you'll have your headlight indicator. Next to your headlight indicator, you'll see a Bluetooth connectivity if you've got it connected. Down here, you are gonna have your speed, miles per hour or kilometers. Now, right above that, if you have any issues with the bike, will appear an error message right above here. Down here, you do have your pedal assist levels. So whenever you scroll through all of your pedal assists, they will appear right there. Over here, whenever you hold down your minus button, you will get a walk indicator, or they call it a push cart indicator. Then down here, you're going to have your trip, your odometer, your max speed, your average speed, and then your voltage. So this is the other thing. If you don't want to read the battery bar and you want a more precise level of how much battery you have left, you can go off of voltage and then back to your trip. Now, once we get in here, the first setting is 0P1, and that's going to be your backlight. Option 2 is going to be where you pick between miles per hour or kilometers. Option 3 is going to be your voltage. This is something that you cannot change. Option 4 is going to be your pedal assist settings, so you can change the ratio that you see there. It is set up for 0 through 5. Option 5 is going to be your wheel diameter. They recommend don't adjusting this. Option 6 is going to be your speed magnet sensors. They don't recommend you change this. Option 7 is your speed limit settings. Again, this is where you would go from 20 miles an hour to 28 miles an hour. Option 8 is going to be your controller settings. They don't recommend that you change this either. Option 9 is going to be your drive mode. So 0-2 is going to indicate that you can do pedal assist and throttle. 0-0 is going to be pedal assist only, and 0-1 will be throttle only. Option 10 is going to be your pedal sensitivity. So if you want to increase the sensitivity of the pedaling, then you can raise this up. And then option 11 is going to be your pedal assist magnet sensor setting. Option 12 is going to be your number of pedal assist sensor magnets. Again, they don't want you adjusting that. These are all things you can adjust. They just don't want you to because it can mess up the way the bike works. 13 is going to be your controller limit setting. 14 is going to be your battery under voltage setting. 15 is going to be your odometer reset. 16 is going to be your cruise control setting. 0-0 means it's not enabled. 0-1 means it's enabled. They say don't adjust these, but I'm not sure why they wouldn't want you to adjust whether or not it had cruise control. And then option 17 is going to be your walk settings. It's going to default in at 6 kilometers for your walk feature. You can basically turn this off or turn it on. Now, those are going to be all of your display settings and your menu settings. Let's talk about my final thoughts on this HeyBike Ranger S. So there you go, guys. That's my review of the HeyBike Ranger S. And I've got to say, for the price point, HeyBike makes some really nice bikes. I think coming in at $1,200 roughly, the $1,000 is probably the way that I would go personally, since I live in a somewhat hilly area and I do like to have that extra torque. But if you don't, go with the $750. Either way, you're coming in right around $1,000 to $1,200 for a real high quality bike. I've been a big fan of HeyBike for several years now. I just think that they are really trying to focus on delivering a nice quality product for individuals who want to get around town without having to break the bank. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this review, make sure you click the like button, click the subscribe button if you already haven't. Leave me a comment. Have you ever ridden a HeyBike bike or have you ridden the HeyBike Ranger S before? And as always, guys, if you do want to contribute to this channel a little bit more, jump over to my Patreon page, Mike's Unlocked Garage. For as little as $3 a month, you guys can get some extra behind the scenes footage and early releases. And also, if you want to pick up your very own HeyBike, I've got some links down below. Those are affiliated, and who knows, maybe there's a coupon code down there for you guys to save a little bit of extra money. All right, guys, as always, get out there and ride your e-bike.